Hey, I'm Kev, welcome back to MotoGP 18, where Mario's had such an up and down season. Once again in France, he had the pace, but he ran into Brad Binder. Can he avoid the South African round, the fast and flowing Mugello circuit in Italy? So here goes McDonald for the first of three possible qualifying efforts, as he tries to best Bagnaya's 151.668 and upset the home crowd. As he breaks towards the first corner, he's got a ride in the way. So this lap has already been balked after one corner. But Mugello is definitely a favourite circuit of McDonald's. This is where he got his first podium in the Red Bull Rookies Cup. His first fantastic result here. And had fantastic races here at Moto3 level. As he outbrakes himself, he's the 10th up. Well, he's lost that 10th now. And some. And it's a circuit where it just seems to go well for McDonald. Likes the fast stuff. Likes how quick this circuit is. Of course, won here on the Leopard as well last season. And apparently it's only 3 thousandths down of Bagnaia. That's all Ica's down. It's the Spaniard. He's had some very encouraging results this season. And like McDonald, who's on a poor run. Who would have thought the high point would have been his debut race so far? 5 races into the season where he's been so strong in Argentina, in France, Circuit of the Americas as well, especially. Now he's 7 tenths down. Well, he's all had fantastic pace there. Perez has been the anomaly, but from Mugello, where he has shown fantastic pace in the past on a bike that should really suit this circuit. We expect McDonald right up there, but that's a 53 flat. That's a terrible lap to begin. Especially as he probably has to be in the 1-minute 50s to be right up there. Well, that's better into the first corner. He's got a bit of a gap as well to the rider in front. This probably won't be as balked as much. And that seems to be a better first sector as it ends, and he's 3 tenths up apparently. As he go through these chicanes. Lots of chicanes around Mugello. But they're not uninteresting. They actually are. You got undulation, quite a few of them. They're actually quick chicanes as well. So what you normally see at a modern circuit now, just second, third gears. Apparently now he's 1.1 back as Olivier at the top, 49.8. Actually has to be in the 49s, not just the 50s. As there actually has been some rumours about interest in McDonald. I mean, he's not working out with his team, he's not working out with Fenati as his teammate, it's not working out in his qualifier. Now here comes Vergate. Just ruining McDonald's lap. Still a personal best, but he's 2.2 back now. He brakes heavily into the final corner. Gets on the power as early as he dares. It's going to be like a 51, maybe even a 52 still. 52.2. Where's the pace? In qualifying at least. Well, that's nice, he hooked up into the first corner. Now he just needs to do that for another 15 or so. As he gets it into the left. Very easy to lose the rear, getting on the power out of a lot of these corners. I said there were rumours about McDonald as he's half a second back after the first sector. So the other has gone a bit quicker. That maybe even KTM on looking at him. Dino Volta as well, as he's battling with one of their riders on his qualifying lap. And now he's just been balked by that rider. What an absolute idiot who got. No wonder McDonald's 1.3 down. So he's got one more lap in the cupboard. Is he just going to back off here? He's down in 25th. Well, this won't help the offers after this race. But it doesn't look like he's going to split with his MotoGP team after just 6 races with them. Partnership that promised a lot, but hasn't really delivered a lot, results-wise. Especially with Fenati as a teammate. They haven't really got along, has him and McDonald. But let's see what we can do on this final qualifying effort then. He's got a bit of a gap in front of a few seconds. He wasn't that far off his previous lap time despite the issues. Maybe has a short straight line speed, that's maybe not helping. But he is now in that first corner at least. Now into this chicane. And on a lot of these chicanes as well, you've got to be careful getting on a power too early. So easy to mess up and just run wide. That's a much better first sector. I say much better, not time-wise, but just rode it much better than McDonald. To go downhill, accelerate hard through one of the best chicanes on the calendar. Now right to left. McDonald pushing hard, he's 9/10 down. But this has been a much better lap. Into the rear end, trying to poke itself out as he gets down to first. But he's keeping it at 9. Definitely keeping up with the riders in front as well. Goes a bit wide through the right-hander. But picks his point. Nails that throttle. Through both parts. 1.5 back apparently. And now he's got a rider holding up in the final corner. We're going to get on the power early enough that he gets some slipstream off that rider. No, he ducks into pit lane. What an arsehole. That does a 51.3. So here's the grid with Oliviero on pole ahead of Baldassarri and Binder and Shirota Marquez on the second row. Rounding out the top 10 is Bagnaia ahead of Piscini and Gardner. So there's McDonald on the 6th row alongside Quartaro and Ika. And rounding out the top 20 is Hector Barber ahead of Marini and another one of the VR46 gang. As you look at the back, it's Manzi. As here's McDonald revving up then at the start, waiting for the lights. 2, go, out. Let's get underway in Italy. And he just about clings onto the top 20 spot as they get bunched up in front. Trying to get back past Barbara and Bernardis. Breaking very deep into the first corner, McDonald. He's alongside Corsi. And into the points. He's also got Andrea Locatelli trying to split up the Italians. It's McDonald as Baldassarri down, one of the pre-race favourites. Down from the lead. Oh, what have you done, Lorenzo? As McDonald gets into the top 10. Great move on those. Well, here comes Locatelli back. As they're going 3 wide in front, you've got Navarro. One of the KTMs. And Locatelli's teammate Piscini as well. You also got McDonald down the inside. Navarro, who does not want to give up that 9th place. Vermeer takes it from the Spaniard. Not long though. As again, that's another team McDonald's been linked with Grassini. Because Navarro needs a teammate. So McDonald could be that teammate. Well, he's got lots of offers after this race. We'll see where he goes very soon. As riders are down in front. Isaac Fernandez down. Oh, McDonald almost into the back of Oliveira. As he's up into 8th. Behind Pacini and Navarro. Those down the trail battling with his teammate. Ika. Across the line, Shirota leads ahead of Mir and Marquez. Binder. Vergate. Oliveira's one of those who's been claimed. Not opening that. Smode almost had Pacini himself and Navarro to that list. What a crazy beginning to this race. We've seen a number of contenders drop out already. We've got an unlikely leader in Shirota. Dunnevolt may be good, but you wouldn't say that good to be leading the race. And now Verge right up there as well. But maybe everyone has paced themselves in this early stretch of the race, because look at McDonald, he's holding on in 8th. But he's taking too much curb as well, and he's dropping back slightly this that. And he's got Quartararo over his tail. It's Hector Barber battling with Fenati for the edges of the points. Fenati needing to do well in his home race. You saw McDonald running slightly wide, but that's his line. So he generates the most pace as he really catch up to everyone. He exits the far chicane. Maybe he could get the slipstream of Navarro's. Fenati down just as he talk about the Italian. Goes down in possibly his last race alongside McDonald in Moto2. The short does a 50.4. McDonald does a 51.8. Not a good lap time for McDonald, but it's better than qualifying at least. Bednaya does the fast lap of all, 50.2. As he looks to assault that race lead. And look at Oldendale once again chasing points. It's Fenati up to 30th ahead of Agata. Not where they would want to be, especially the veteran, as there's Oliveira in 25th. Battling with the Brazilian. Locatelli now ahead of Eakin. You've got Quartararo as well. What a battle behind. Well, just being smooth here. As much he wants to push, this is a long race. There's also someone down in front. Another rider that's been caught out of this race. So McDonald up to 7th. And was that Verge? I'm not sure. There's Nakashima and Paoli battling for Asia. Over 21st. And here comes Oliveira just to upset them. As he tries to work his way back into the top 20. Another fantastic run out the far chicane for McDonald. And Navarro. Can he have a better final corner though and get into the slipstream of the Spaniard? That wasn't bad. As he approached the stripe. In the second half of this race, Shirota still leads ahead of Mira Marquez. Binder, a bit of a gap to Pacini, Navarro, McDonald, Ika. Baldassari's recovered tonight, then Locatelli. Is McDonald close enough to make the move on Navarro? If he's not, he's going to make it close enough. He's up to 6th. Very aggressive from McDonald. He kind of blocks Navarro, who wants to get back. Not having none of it though. Sets a Barber batted for 12th with those, the veterans of this category. The veterans in the field as well. Both with MotoGP experience to varying degrees. I mean, a few years ago, Hector Barber, and it's incredible in that Avintia, getting the top 10 in the championship. The last few years just not went the way of the Spaniard. So 1.4 back up Pacini. He's not closing that gap up to the Italian. He tries to push in the second half of this race. And look at that front four just all together. So he tries to cut back on Navarro. Oh, not a good run through the fast chicane. So Navarro dropped back behind Ica now. So the Spaniard just following McDonald through the field. As you go on to the 5th lap, McDonald... Oh, Navarro's down! No wonder Ica's then up to 7th. And on the tail of McDonald is he's 2 seconds behind Pacini, 51.8 again. And Baldassarri's not too far behind. We go through these chicanes. Gone with no apex speed though. He's lost a couple of tenths to Pacini. What was Ica doing there? Just pushed it too hard, did the teenager. And he's out of what could have been another brilliant result for him this season. All pushing hard on this bike. Oh, the rear tyre almost getting away. As you've got Baldassarri on his tail now. You can see tyre is not too much of an issue for McDonald. Paces. It's the top 5 are just getting away. Vergate's recovered up to 13th after his trip in the gravel. Like a number of riders, including the rider behind McDonald, Baldassarri, who's recovered brilliantly. And he's right in the tail of McDonald as you approach the penultimate lap of this race. Can the San Marino rider hold on and equal his best result for the Snipers team? Let's look at Vergate. Vieira battling over 14th as McDonald with another 51.8. He's very consistently slow. You can say that about McDonald. As Mir down in front. But the Spaniard can pick up the bike and rejoin in front of McDonald. That shows you how much of a gap the top 5 have. But one Mir out the battle for the win. And here comes Baldassarri. He's down. He's ridden into McDonald. What is it with Ica and Baldassarri now? 2 riders on a road just ridden into McDonald. Now for Ica, he just went a bit too wide off the line. Well, Baldassarri, you know, like he made the pass and he just rode into McDonald. As he got Bagnaia in 13th. Now we've got Locatelli behind McDonald. You've got a lap and a half to go. You've got Vergate Marini battling for 14th now. Seems to be the place to battle. No, Marini down. Vergate down. What is going on? So many falls this race. I know it's a challenging circuit, Mugello. So I was 3.7 behind Mir. As this bike just feels like a cardboard box at the moment. Baldassarri battling his way back into the points again, battling with Bolt Snyder. As could Shirota grab an unlikely victory out of Marquez and Binder? Pacini, Mir, McDonald, Locatelli, Lowe's. So on the final lap, it all goes a bit wide. It's got no grip from the rear tyre. It doesn't look like it's only half warm, but For a bike that's a tugboat this race. That's what happens. Olivier into the top 10. So he's 4.4 back of the top 5. This is a victory for McDonald, considering what happened in qualifying. How terrible the bike was and is. The grab top 10. The grab sit. Ahead of those. Next to the inside of the Brit. Look at that, he can't even get the power down. But he's holding on. There's his elbows out everywhere, he's just edging them. And he's going to hold the inside for his life. Look at Oliviera trying to sneak by. Don't not having that. As he stays ahead of the Portuguese rider. What a recovery by Oliviera. As Locatelli's down. Oh, would you believe it for the Italian? It's Quartararo's up tonight. And Jules Danilo down on the final lap as well, as Shirota does win ahead of Marquez and Binder. Bassini in 4th, Mir in 5th, but Donald with a hard 4th, 6th. What a result. From 18th on the grid, remember. Definitely a good send-off as well. As he matches best result of the season so far. As Shirota, the German, wins ahead of Alex Marquez by under 3/10. Binder in 3rd. Bassini a bit lonely in 4th, even though he had Mir 4/10 behind him in the end. Then it's McDonald. They're a train in 6th ahead of those. Oliviera, Quartararo, Corsi, Barbera, Ika, Joe Roberts on the NTS in 13th ahead of Baldassarri, and Navarro grabs the final point just ahead of Odendahl by 6 thousandths of a second. We could have 2 NDSs in the point. What a miracle that would have been. With Ben Snyder in 17th, that would have been another miracle, him in the points. Ahead of Locatelli, Paoli, Finati, Manzi, Marini, Bagnai, who did the fastest of the race. A couple of seconds off that train from McDonald down to 22nd. Insane. And Bagnai getting no points. As you scroll all the way to the back, Danny Kent in last on his speed up. So in the championship it gets a bit tighter as Oliviera ahead of Marquez by 24 points. There's still a massive 32-point gap to Shirota now ahead of Baldassarri. Binder up to 5th ahead of Passini. Verga and Bagnai, the big losers, down to 7th and 8th. Then Mir. McDonald into the top 10. 3 points ahead of Ika. Then you've got Navarro, Lowe's, Quartaro up to 14th. Corsi up to 15th. Barbera up to 17th. Some big movers this round, including Joe Roberts, whose first points for the season, matching his team at Odendahl with 3 points up to 22nd. There's 23 riders have scored points out of 33. And so for McDonald, riding position up to 70, Sport Management up to 76, Race Management up to 76, Lean Angle up to 78. Didn't get the qualifying objective, but definitely smashed that race objective, and look at all of that development he gets as well. As in MotoGP, Marc Marquez upset the home fans by winning ahead of Dovi's Ducati and their hero Rossi. While in Moto3 is Martin ahead of Bezzecchi and Bastianini, while in the Rookies Cup, once again it's the Czech rider ahead of the Onchu Trins. And so McDonald's got a big decision now. Where does he go? He could go to MotoGP with Aprilia, with the KTM effort, with the Angola Neto team. But where does he go? Moto2 is the most important question. Does he go to Mark VDS? Can he stay with the Snipers team? Or does he go to Red Bull KTM IO, to the Pons team, then to Sky Racing Team VR46? Bit of a drop down. We're going with these teams, going with Grassini, the Kiefer Racing team alongside the experienced Dominic Agata, then the Dynavolt team as well, fresh off a victory. Then a bit of a drop in performance to the Italian racing team, to the Swiss Innovated Investors team, Tech 3 Racing, the Scuderia Moto2 team, the SAG team, Speed Up, NTS, Ford Racing. Then a big drop to the Honda team, Asia team as well, along with Ford Racing. Then the French SAG team, then SIC Racing, also Corridon. Well, I think he sticks with one of the top teams, as he could go to Mark VDS, he could go to Red Bull. But after his clashes with Binder, I'm not sure he wants to be, especially with Oliveira as well. Mark VDS maybe not looking for McDonald. Could it be the Pons team alongside Hector Barber? Maybe help Baldassarri battle at the top. And he definitely does fit those colours, does McDonald. Because his relationship's too strained though. This Nikon team with Fenati. You know what? I think McDonald goes to, as his manager has spoken to the Red Bull KTM IO team, and he is going to switch to KTM machine. He's had enough of the cats, he's had enough of Smokers, he's had enough of Fenati. He's going to join one of the strongest teams on the grid, with Miguel Oliveira challenging for the title, leading the championship quite handily, and having Brad Binder there. And so in a good supporting role in the top 5 of the championship, with McDonald in the top 10. So just adding strength in depth there to that team, and having another KTM on the grid as well definitely does help setup wise. It's definitely more move for McDonald than for KTM. Just have another rider to back up Oliveira certainly does help, and maybe can he put his differences aside with Binder after France and help pull a good strong team result in Catalonia next time out. But thanks for watching, and we'll find out if he does then.